Hey everyone! So today I'm here to review the Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani blush palette. It retails for $45 US, $60 in Canada, and contains 6 pans that are 0.09 ounces each, 4 of which are considered blushes, 1 is a highlighter, and 1 is a bronzer. It is said to be a limited edition blush palette featuring 6 shades created in collaboration with Gwen Stefani. The packaging is a very durable, thick, white plastic palette with gold accents. It also features a magnetic closure and a generously sized mirror. The whole design itself feels very luxurious, and despite being on the larger side, it is very easy to store, open, and use. Urban Decay has said that the formula of the blushes in the palette is the same formula as their Afterglow blushes. So taking the cost of the individual full-sized blushes into consideration, this palette is a $61 US or $75 Canadian value, which is an exceptionally great deal considering you're getting to try 6 blushes for under the price of 2 full-sized individual blushes. Angel is a light to medium champagne gold with warm undertones and a frosted finish. The texture was very silky, finely milled, and blended across the skin easily. It had great pigmentation that could be sheared easily with a lighter hand or a fluffier brush if you wanted to use it as more of a subtle highlight. It also never emphasized pores or imperfections. Angel lasted 8.5 hours before fading. In comparison, Anastasia's So Hollywood was darker and more bronze, Becca's Champagne Pop was darker and more frosted, and Becca's Opal was darker and more frosted. Cherry is a light pink with cool undertones and a satin sheen. The texture was soft, smooth, finely milled, and very blendable on the skin. The pigmentation was more on the sheer side, but it left a very soft pearl sheen to the cheeks. And once again, it didn't accentuate drier areas or pores. Cherry wore well for 8 hours before fading. In comparison, MAC's Pearl Blossom was lighter and more frosted, and NARS's Robotic was darker and less shimmery. Easy is a medium to dark, dusty rose plum with cool undertones, fine gold shimmer, and a frosted finish. The texture was smooth, but a tiny bit chunky in comparison to the other shades. Regardless, it was still very easy to work with and blend across the skin without emphasizing pores due to the frosted finish. It also had very nice color payoff, and the golden sheen was noticeable. Easy lasted 8.5 hours before fading. In comparison, Clinique's Heather Pop was lighter and more pink, and Urban Decay's Rapture was muted, more plum, and sheer. Hush is a light to medium copper rose with warm undertones and a frosted finish. The texture was again very soft, smooth, finely milled, and easy to blend. It had great pigmentation that could be sheared, and once again, the frosted finish never accentuated any pores or imperfections. Hush wore well for 8.5 hours before fading. In comparison, Anastasia's Riviera was darker and more frosted, and Becca's Rose Gold was darker. Lo-Fi is a light to medium brown with hints of orange, warm undertones, and a matte finish. The texture was thinner and more dense in the pan when compared to the other shades, as well as having semi-sheer pigmentation. It could be built to a degree, but I felt the more the product was layered on the skin, it started to look slightly uneven as it would darken in some areas and almost look unnatural on the skin. So it's a more sheer bronzer. Lo-Fi wore nicely for 8.5 hours before fading. OC is a light to medium peach with pink duochrome, warm undertones, and a satin sheen. This is a very unique shade as it does have that color shift to it. At times it can look more yellow with a hint of green, and then other times it'll look peach, and other times it'll look pink. By no means does it ever look weird on the skin, it's just very unique and different from anything I've seen. I love it. It's very interesting and hard to capture on camera, so if you're in store, definitely swatch it because it's different. The texture was similar to the other shades in being soft, smooth, finely milled, silky on the skin, and easy to blend. OC lasted 8.5 hours before fading. So overall, this was an all-around phenomenal palette. The packaging is edgy and luxurious. The texture is silky and a dream to work with. The shades are versatile and they're just a longer lasting formula in general. Whether you're a Gwen Stefani fan or a fan of the Afterglow blushes, then without doubt you will certainly fall in love with this palette. So of course, I highly recommend checking it out. I really think that it's worth the splurge. So be sure to let me know in the comments below if you picked up any of the Urban Decay DECAY Gwen Stefani collaboration products, or if you've tried the Afterglow blushes before. As always, don't forget to check out my blog for more details, photos, and swatches, as well as like, comment, and subscribe to show your support. If you'd like to give me a follow, I will have all of my social media listed here, as well as down in the description. As I always say, I hope you found this review helpful, and I hope that you're having a fantastic day, and thank you so much for watching.